Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are learning MB820 and I am discussing about the lab exercises which you have to cover in MB820 examination. So we have nearly 44 exercises which is given in the complete learning path. If you require this particular Excel sheet, so this is the sheet which is created specifically for MB820 aspirants, like how to do this, what are the links to connect with, and everything I have updated. So if you require this sheet, you have to be a member of the channel, so please join as a member of the channel. Okay, so this is my channel, Goms Tech Talks. If you haven't subscribed it yet, please go and subscribe, and there will be the joining link in the description. I will also comment that. I will pin the comment section and you can find that. Okay, and if you have any and if you require any ebooks for your business central preparation, you can just see this particular link which is there in the description as well. And if you require any 1:1 guidance for your career, for your business central certification, any other Microsoft or any other certification, you can just schedule a call here. The link is also there in the description. And this is, please follow my blog where I'll be updating everything about the internship, job opportunities, your career readiness, certifications and everything. Okay, so let's go and discuss. Today we are going to discuss these 4 lab exercises. Okay, so that is create a company with the demo data, create a new customer template, add a new user, and set up and send email. Okay, let's just talk about it. First, let's try to create a company with the demo data. So a partner needs to create a company, okay, with the standard data. So you have a demo data which is available in Business Central. Okay, they can use this new company to perform some test. Okay, so if you want to perform a test or if you want to try out Business Central, you have to go with the demo data. So you don't want to modify any data, existing data in the current company. So how you can create a company? So if you want to create a company, you can go ahead and first search here on the search bar. This is the Business Central UI, how it looks like. Just go to the Business Central search bar and here you have to search for companies. So once if you click companies, you can see the companies, you can find that as the list. Okay, so just click on that company. Already we have 2 companies, one is Acronis and my company. So if you want to create a new company, you have to go and click here new. Okay, so why should I create a company? So for each and every like if you're deploying a Business Central for a ABC company, then there should be like you have to bring in the company details and everything. You can customize that for the company itself. So in that case you have to create a company. Okay, let me just click here. You have create a new company and you have new. Okay, so let me just click on this create a new company, 2 things. So create a new company. So you will, once if you click on create a new company, you can see a new company wizard. Okay, so this is a wizard. So you can find it. You have to click next to go ahead. Okay, just click next. So here you have to enter the company name. So I'm just giving my test company. Okay, you have to give, this is a mandatory field, and you have to select what is the data and setup you want to go with. This I have already discussed in my video. So these things today we are discussing 4 lab exercises, right? So those things are related to functional consultant exercise. Okay, so here I have already discussed about what are these things. Okay, like what each and every data setup talks about, like what is the evaluation data, what is the production, what is advanced, and what is create new no data. So everything I have discussed here, you can just go ahead and understand the basics of it, because the complete objective of this particular series is to see the exercises, lab exercises. Okay, it will be completely it will be completely practical based, not a theoretical based. So I'm just going with whatever I want to go ahead with. So here we'll be selecting evaluation, so which is like you have to use the sample data set which is available in Business Central itself. Okay, so install Contoso. So additional demo data, if you wanted to install the Contoso demo, you can also enable it if you want. Okay, on the top of the default sample data. If you don't want this, you can just go ahead with next. So the next one is the manage. So the next one, you have to select what are the users. If you want to add some users into it, you can add it. Okay, or if you don't want to go ahead with the users, then simply you can click next, and then that's it. If we are good to go, then you can just click finish. Okay, just click finish. It will set up a new company for you. Okay, so it will take some time because it has to set up a complete company with the basic data. So just wait for a few minutes, and then your company will be created. Okay, so you will be getting a message that a company is created. Okay, sometimes if it exceeds the time, it will definitely get a message that your company is creating. Okay, so this you can also go and check in the search bar. Again, if you go and you will be getting a message. Okay, until you get some message, you cannot move further. Either you have to click close and go out of this particular setup window, or else you have to wait for some time. So meanwhile we are waiting, I just request you to go and check, because we cannot argue that as being a technical consultant, you should also know that what is functional consultant. Okay, like for what are the things which are involved in functional consultant syllabus. Okay, so being a technical consultant, you should also know how the BC UI looks. Okay, so what are the various things which you have to search. So whatever, if you want to search, you have to go to this particular search icon. That is very important. So these things you have to understand the UI. So in this particular playlist, I have discussed everything about it, like what is user interface and types of pages and role explorer, how you can personalize your user interface. Here I have discussed about how to create a company. Okay, so you can find it here. Create new companies in Business Central. Okay, so here you can find it, and how to migrate the data. So in this particular video, I have discussed about what are the different types of things, like what we saw some drop down, right? Like what is the what are the types of companies you can create, like from evaluation data or from the base. Like you can select either way, anything, but this is, yeah. So here you got this message, company, my test company is created, but we are still setting it up. This may take some time, so take a break before you begin to use it. So you can just click OK. So here you can see that this is my test company. Okay, they have created the display name and evaluation of the company, and you can see the setup status is not completed, which means it's still they are doing it. Okay, so this is what the basic thing in the company. Okay, so you can create a company here. Got it? So after some time, you will be getting this company created. Okay, the setup will be done, and then you can again go click on, if you just click on this company, once the setup is done, you can click on this company, where instead of Kronos, you can see your company is created. Okay, so this is what you can see how this company and how to create a new company. So we have completed the very that is today's first exercise, lab exercise, that is creating a company with the demo data. Now we will be discussing about how to create a new customer template in the company. Okay, in the company, how to create a new customer template. So let it create. I am just going back. Okay, let us create how to let me just show you how to create a customer template. So in this exercise we are going to create a domestic customer, and by setting up a new customer template with all default values for the domestic customer in Business Central, and all your domestic customers should have a payment term of 14 days. Okay, that is what the basic thing you have to set up. So we will be setting up the customer template here. So where you have to go, you have to just again go here and search for it. Okay, just go here and search. You have to search for customer templates. So we are in the second exercise of today's session. We are going to cover 4 exercises. So here, once if you click on the customer template, so it will show you like for which company. So customer company, customer person. So let me just select, this is a code. Okay, this is the code of the customer, and this is the description, business to business, and this is the company. Okay, so I'm just selecting the customer company. So basically this is already there. Okay, you have to go and select the new, because you have to create a customer template. Okay, so this is the already existing template here. So let me just try to create a new template. Click on this new. So you can see the code is available. So I'm just going to create a code as domestic. Okay, and in the description I am just going to make it as a domestic customers, and in the contact type, so let it be company. Okay, and in the block let us just leave it as such. Number series also let us leave it as such, and then you can just go down to see about other things like address. Okay, so address code, you can just select country, any country. So I'm just going to select with US. You can select any country based on what is the exact country of your customer. Okay, so US, and here you can just leave other things as such. If you want to select, you can also select it. Okay, so which company, which country, language code, if you want to select any language code, you can also select. Let me just go ahead with ENU, which is for English. Okay, and format region, this and all we can just leave it. Then go to the invoicing tab, fast tab. So this we call it as a fast tab. Okay, this is a general fast tab, this is address contact fast tab, and this is invoicing fast tab. Okay, so once if you see, you can see that there is invoice fast tab is here. You will be setting up this. Okay, so the invoice, in the invoice first tab, you have to go ahead with general business posting group. Okay, so this is what the posting group here. So let us just select it like domestic. Okay, and this is the posting group that we have to create it separately, and the customer posting group that you have to go ahead with the domestic. And in the anything else if you want to go ahead with, you can just click on the show more, where it will show you what are the other options which are available. Okay, and then this is what this all we have to set up here. Okay, and then in the payment fast tab, you can just select on the payment fast tab, and then you can select the payment terms. As I told, like the payment terms, you can just select 14 days. Okay, so here you have the payment terms, many payment terms will be there. You can select the 14 days payment terms, and then anything else if you want to add, you can add it, or else you can just leave this. This is what your new customer template we have created. It's already saved. Whatever you are entering, it will be saving in the back end. So your domestic new template is saved. Okay, new customer. Now let us create a new customer. Okay, so we have to create a new customers for this domestic template. Okay, so here this is what the template. Now we have to create the customers. Okay, so we have created the template. Now we have to go ahead here on the search tab. Okay, go to the search tab and search for the customers. So customers, once if you click on this customers, you can see that you have this customer, and then if you click on this new button, you can see it will ask you what customer you wanted to create, okay, like whether it is a customer company, customer person, or domestic. So this is what we have recently created, right? Domestic. You can just select here domestic, and then if you click on OK, or once if you click on the domestic, it will open up the thing for you. So here if you just come down, you know, you can see the payment terms are by default, which is set. Okay, you can also see few options which we have set there, right? Like US, all the customers who are from US, New York, and the ENU. So everything which is set already here. Okay, so you can, the simple thing you have to do is what you have to enter the name of the customer, who is that customer, and you can just go ahead with the name, and simply you can save it. Okay, this is what, how you can create a customer card. So what we discussed is what we have completed two lab exercise. One is the demo data and second one is the customer. And let us do the next one. We will be adding a new user. Let me just try whether I have the permission to add the new user. And finally you can also set up and send an email. Okay, so all these things we will be discussing even today, like adding a new user. Okay, so now let's see how to add a new user. So in order to create a new user, actually you have to log into your Microsoft 365. Okay, so let me just tell you why you need this. Okay, a partner was informed by his manager that a new person has been hired and starts to work next week. So in that case, the partner needs to create Susan as a new user, or let us say a partner person name is something called Gomati. Okay, so or Rajesh, or anything it may be, or Anand, or anything. Okay, so you have to add their name to the users group. Okay, so in that case you have to first go to your M365 account. Okay, so you can create a new user only in M365 account and assign the product license, that is your Dynamics 365 Business Central license, to him. So the first thing you have to do is what you have to log into office.com, and you have to go to the admin center. So how you can see the admin center? So if you click on this three dots, here you have the admin. So this is what the admin center. Okay, so just click on this admin center. You know, it will take you to the home page. To add the user, you can find a lot of things there in the admin central. Okay, so here you can see there is an option called add a user, right? So this is the add a user. So once if you click on this add a user, it will show you some basic details. Okay, so you have to set up the basic details for them. So I'm just giving the name. Okay, and the display name is Anand A, and what is the username here? Anand A. Okay, Ananta. So at the rate S, so this is what my domain I have. Okay, s7dpy.onmicrosoft.com, and automatically create a new password. Require the user to change when they first sign in, and you can send a password and email upon completion. So whatever it may be, so you can just select here. Okay, this is the basic one. You can click, you have to select all these things, and if you click on next, you know, it will ask you which product you wanted to like provide, like you have to assign it. Okay, so you have to select the location, which is the location you want to go ahead with. Okay, so select the correct location here, and then you can assign what are the products license which they have to try it. So Dynamics of 365 Business Central for IWS, so I have nearly 9998 of 10,000 license available. So you can just provide this and create user without product license. So if you want to create something without a product license, you can go ahead, but they can only access M365. But I have to assign Dynamics 365 Business Central for IWS, right? So this you have to give. Okay, so you can provide this Dynamics 365 Business Central for IWS. This license tab, and then you have to click on next, and then it will ask you what is the role you wanted to assign to them. So user, no admin access, he is a user, so you have to ensure that he is only the user, not the admin central. Okay, and if you want to provide any profile info, so you can just add the job title, department, office, phone number, anything if you want to add, you can add it. These are all not the mandatory fields as well. And you can just click next, where it will tell you like what is the a name of this, what is the display name, what is the username, and how to create this password. Like this will be auto generated. Okay, this will be sent to that particular person when we curate it. And just finally click finish users, finish adding. Okay, so let me just change the name. Okay, so that I'm just changing the name user1. Okay, and user1, and let it be like user1. Okay, so user1 at the rate s7. So I'm just creating next. Okay, next, make it everything normal. User1, this is what the display name, so you have to note it down. Okay, and you can see, you can just have this, and then click next, finish adding. So what happens is, what it will finish, it will review the details and it will finish it. So you are trying to add a user to the Dynamics 365 Business Central. Okay, so next, if you just go back to this particular card, and if you go to the users, you know, like if you go and search for the users, you can find users here. Okay, just click on this users. It will show you who are all the users who are under the goms Tech Talks. Okay, so just click on this. Okay, so you have to get the users from the Microsoft 365 Business Central. Okay, so we have created user1, right? That is not reflecting here. So in that case, you have to update users from Microsoft 365. Just click update users from Microsoft 365. So it is showing that it can take up to 72 hours for a change in Microsoft 365 to become available for Business Central. Okay, so let's click next. It is telling, they are telling that it will take nearly 72 hours. Okay, let's wait for that, and I will update you. Yes, user1 is added here, so you can see the user is also added here. So if you wanted to create a user, so give a proper user right, and you have to assign the license properly. Okay, so now you can see that this user1 is created. Just click on this user1. Okay, and you can see that what is the username and everything. User1, this is what the name, and this is all the things which they have. Okay, and in the user office, so these are all the user permission set. Here you can see what are the things which are by default available. Okay, so if they want to assign something, they can go ahead and add user permission data. Like they can search for it. They can click here to search for the permission data. Okay, so this is what intelligent 365, so whatever they want, they can just add it. Okay, so this is the one which they can add it. So if the user card, in the user card, you can see that user1 has the permission to log in into the application as a member or one or more groups. Okay, so here they have these access, and this is the which company they should have the access. So all these things you can tell them. Okay, so this is what the cron is and everything. Okay, and now they can log in as a user, that user as well, user1. Okay, so this is what all about these things. So this, we have created the user. So we have completed the third one, adding a new user. So let's go ahead with the fourth exercise, that is set up and send email. So why I'm covering at least 3 to 4 exercises in a single video, so that we can complete it, because we have nearly 44 exercises. Okay, so we have to complete it soon, at least within 20 days. So in that case, you have to be you have to be ready to learn it. And finally, let us set up and send the email. Okay, so what is the scenario is, what users in your organization they have to send an email from the Business Central itself. So you can just do that with the help of administrator needs. Okay, you need administrator like access, and administrator in the sense you should have that access to that, and you should you can able to send the SMTP mail setup window. So for that, we have to just go ahead and search for assisted setup. wherever you want to search, you have to go here and click on the search icon and search for assisted setup. Okay, so you can see here this is assisted setup. Just click on this assisted setup, and once if you click that, it will show you what are the various setups which you can do that. Okay, so here you can just go ahead here and search it. So what I did is, here you have the lens icon. Go ahead and type for setup email. Okay, I don't have email. Okay, setup outgoing email. Sometimes they will change. Okay, so setup outgoing email, you can just click on this. A wizard will open. Okay, so here you can see I have already set up a email, so let me just delete it so that we can see. So we can create a new email at setup. Okay, I just want to show you like how we can set up the email. Okay, so let me just click on this. Click next. Okay, you can see that the first wizard, it will open up, so you can send an email. Okay, just click on next. So once if you click on next, it will ask you what email you want to set up. So M365 or current user, so user send email from the signed in account or SMTP. Okay, so we can just go ahead with M365. This is for the security, or else for the other things you have to set up, you have to do the configurations. Okay, so M365 and click next, and then in the account name you can just give what is the account name, and you can also assign the email ID here. You can also tell the email ID. This is the email ID. Okay, and once the email ID is fine, it will allow you to send. Okay, click next. So what is the rate limit per minute you have to set, like 30 or something. Just go ahead with the default, and you can just check to send a test email. Okay, so just check, click send text email. So choose the email address that should receive a test email. Okay, so I can check other, and I'm just giving my email ID. Let me just click OK. Test email has been sent to that particular email ID. Let me just open that first. Yeah, so I got my mail ID. The user goms TikTok sent this message to test their email setting. You do not need to reply to this message. This is a test email ID. Sometimes, if you are sending it out of your this particular domain, that may be there in your junk email. So please go and check that. So then finally you can click finish. Okay, so your email setup is also done now. So we have discussed 4 important lab session today, that is completely on functional part, but it is good to know how these things are created for the technical as well, developers as well. So we have created a company with the demo data, and we have created a new customer template. We have added a new user, and we have set up and sent the email. Okay, so the next session we'll be discussing about how to create a table, how to create a card page, and how to create a list page. Let us try to cover together, so then only we can complete it soon. So if you have any other questions, you can just ping me up. Okay, so you can just send me an email, leave your comments. So I'll be coming up with, I will try to resolve all your queries. If I don't know, I will check and I will learn and let you know. Okay, so yes, thank you, take care, bye bye, have a great day ahead.